Like I know Tiny's like playmaker. I don't know how to explain it, but you need to hunt this.
Yeah.
And I feel like that pick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because if the Tiny's playing 4, he's not going to be hunting.
Yeah.
Maybe in the laning stage a little bit, try to gank him, but then later on,
and he gives you
he'll
more
just die.
options. So
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
And that's what I like about Tiny. He can always go mid. I don't think there's anything that like beats him hard enough.
I like some.
How do you think they're going to nerf Tiny next patch? They're nerfing him. Is it just going to be you can't cleave denies anymore or something like that? Seems like the easiest way to fix him a little.
The cleave's a pretty.
You think?
Yeah, it's only 30%. Like it used to be a huge deal when it was 100%. You could literally get the last hit and
10 seconds remaining.
I just feel like overall, the fact that deny.
5 seconds remaining.
Because he can get every deny.
Yeah, I feel like if the denies are back to like Tiny's a hero that like he flourishes in lane. He's not that scary.
I mean, what you can do, like you can ruin his like the pickup tree a bit more. Like you can put, like it runs out, right? So you pick up the tree and then you have like 40 seconds to use it or whatever.
So
like you can't
like that.
Evil
I mean, there's definitely ways.
It's just it's easy to ruin that hero. I like.
So it is probably the MC Tiny, obviously.
Interesting. Like a interesting way to hunt the Arc Warden. We'll say that just because it, like eventually in the mid game, you're always going to see get the jump with Tiny. Like it's like a vision supply.
Your deep push is good too.
That's true.
I'm nervous because NIP doesn't play like Secret where like they'll have a core who's willing to be sacrificed. All 3 cores on NIP, especially with mind control, are pretty greedy, and then you just have this Keeper Light who's gonna have to take over a lane.
I don't know if I agree with that. I don't think mind control is a very greedy player. Like I think it especially showed the game he played mid Tiny. Like he was literally just sitting in trees for 10 minutes, not farming.
But
like
that's
just camping his here. I mean, it's something like it's
and
not.
They have a Tiny here,
It's not Sumail Tiny.
Yeah,
like Sumail Tiny
right.
will farm the mid lane and then farm that hard camp and then farm the mid lane. So, but I do like that. The pick is pretty cool. Like I just see this. TB's just pushing, and then he like Saxa plays an amazing Kuala.
Yeah, he does.
He's gonna have Axe, and like right now, EG they can't run into that. Yeah, there we go.
There you go, Shiva. You got the Underlord.
Your homework is.
Yeah. No, Crimson Guard are pretty good.
Speaking of Hungry Wolves, I think Sox is like a player, an individual player who's like, right, he did really good one time at TI, and people like praised him, but he kind of like fell off. Like he just wasn't on a team, right?
Yeah.
I think he got offers, but none he really wanted.
He was on Optic, right? And then like he
joined Optic halfway through.
I think he left them to go to a team that then didn't work out.
The Tomato team.
Yeah, and then he said, "I'm taking a break."
And then I'm done. Yeah,
I'm done.
Like sometimes midway season, these players like there's so much that goes into. Yeah.
No, and especially when you come from the TI second place and then you have to start over, you know.
Riding the high, yeah.
And he didn't want to be a captain, I think.
That if you know him, like you've even just seen him, he's a very quiet guy. There's no way he's going to be a captain.
Play his own game.
Yes,
I mean, he had a couple of weird conditions, I believe. Like he wanted kind of to play 5, but like because his hero pool, I mean, he can honestly play every hero. Like he's one of those guys. I think he might even have been number 1 on the leaderboard at one point.
I've saw him at least rank 3. I don't know if he ever made rank 1.
And back then, like like either he spams like these spear breakers or whatever, or he can play OD. He can play anything, you know.
So he's nuts.
Still believe
5 seconds remaining.
No.
Well, we're looking for a Sumail hero for AG, right?
Yeah, I have to imagine.
And you guys are saying that Sumail, if you put Sumail versus Fada, it's an easy win for Sumail, but it probably
that's what
won't.
Sumail said.
That's what Sumail.
Okay, sure.
And if he has last pick.
But it probably won't be Fata mid at this point, right? Because we've seen mind control mid with the Tiny.
I think you do that. Like mind control time. That's right. You want to shut down Sumail.
I think they're just gonna do Tiny Cuddle. Oh, this Ember pick.
Yeah.
This is a disrespect pick right here. You're just. This is Sumail.
How is this
I swear to God, in the draft, he's like, just pick me Ember. It doesn't matter what he plays. Like, I'll do fine. I believe that.
I think Storm plays
10 seconds remaining.
Heroes that don't get absolutely
5 seconds remaining.
Star was like.
I mean, NLP kind of has to pick here, right? Either they can pick a hero that dumps on this guy in lane, or they pick something that can jump this Arc Warden. Those are like their options. Because I think they're just gonna do like keeper tiny.
What about
like
OD?
Yes.
Is it?
I mean, I'd
No,
say
I think it's
it's
pretty
actually a
good.
really
it's
good
good,
OD
but I'd
game.
still say it's crazy. Do you really think someone's gonna pick an OD in this tournament?
We saw it. I don't remember last time I saw it, but there was like one really good OD.
There was one in the minor.
Okay,
There was one. It was by Navi, I want to say.
There was one this weekend as well.
Okay,
Making
maybe
a
that's what I was
ballsy
thinking
guess.
of then.
That's all.
There
that's
has
all
been
I'm
no
trying to
OD.
do. It looked
Okay.
like if I've ever seen a good OD game.
If I was the captain who said that, like I would.
Choose your
There's a different route.
Do we like it? Do we not like it?
Keeper and
What do
Alk.
If the tiny coddling goes well, I think it's not too bad. But I don't know. I've seen Sumail play versus Alchemist on these heroes where you can chase them, and a lot of the time it's not pretty. Like
The way to counter.
he'll just kill
aggressive.
him 5 times.
Like you're not gonna TP or Bane do about Ember following.
Yeah.
Which we
So-
saw at TI. I mean, they did this exact thing, Alk versus Ember, and he actually he got level 6, Alk was 4, and he just literally followed him in the jungle. He
Yeah.
did it with Tiny as well. I mean, he just hunts Alks.
If you're a viewer and you're watching this game, a lot about how to chasing around all.
10
Because
seconds
the thing is,
remaining.
really need to protect your alchemist. The alchemist can't protect himself. It's like one of
5
those heroes that's so
seconds
vulnerable.
remaining.
And I'm going for you.
All right. Twitter was also going for EG with a 72% there. What do you think, Pi?
Okay, let me think. So the lane would be Crit Axe. Yeah, I think I would have to go with it. I can see NIP winning this, but I don't think their lanes will go good enough. Like EG are too good at that.
I think NIP, I actually like their draft more than EG's,
Oh, yeah?
but then it's just like EG, they get extremely comfortable heroes that we all saw coming, and can they beat them? And I'm probably going to go with EG, but I do like NIP's. I think it's a lot.
Okay.
I think it's like 55-45 for me.
Oh, that's pretty
I
close.
think it's pretty close.
Yeah, I think it's close. I
Like-
think
Tiny can take it over easily. Tiny could take this game over so easy.
All right, no pressure on mind control then for
None.
this first game. It is the best of 3. First game of the day is about to get underway with Toby and Kyle.
I loved how the panel put it. It's a pressureless game. It's a winner's bracket. Come on, like you lose this, you got another chance. And most people win things through the lower bracket,
Oh,
right?
please.
So easy, so easy.
This
from
is
the
a
panel.
grudge match. All right, folks. This is not about... I guarantee this is a hell of a lot more to do with placement in tournaments right now. This is about pride and ego. Two things Dota players value a hell of a lot more than money at this point. They've
Yeah,
never
it's
done.
actually there's a really cool video that Nip put out just literally before this, like in the nighttime, and it's Peter saying like, you know what? There's enough players here who have had enough success with Dota tournaments. They've got enough money. That's not what drives us anymore. It's about placement. It's about getting further. It's like they couldn't even play on the main stage for ESL 1, and now they're here and they're like, well, we actually want to reach the last 3 days. So winning this game actually secures you that position on the main stage. So they will fight hard for this.
At this point, it's all about the road to TI. And the KL Major, obviously the first stop on that journey. What?
I like looking towards the end of the DPC. But
I'm telling you what goes on in the mind of the
30
Dota
seconds
captains.
to
And
battle.
that's what it is.
I agree with the panel. I think Nip, to beat EG, you're a bit outmatched, right? You got to take risks with the draft, and you can see a couple of different styles come out. Bulba, very predictable, very traditional. I'm surprised Nip didn't ban out the Underlord, because I figured that was like a no-brainer after you picked Coddle, Bane,
Shiva was calling it. She's just like, well, we did our homework. We looked at Dota buff, and that's the heroes that was only being played. Okay, yeah.
Bulba's great for the panel because you can predict his drafts like no problem. But I like Nip. I think Coddle's been super underrated.
That amount of damage onto Fly is so high. Mind Control's got the tree toss. One more attack from range. Illuna just came off cooldown. The blast, it's enough. Saxa will spill first blood. While the bounty runes will still, however, be 3 of them going the way of evil geniuses, but it gets balanced out by the first blood gold.
Yeah, mid
And
lane.
hi Scriff, you're not Scriff. Hi Weapus. I like the live cameras. If people haven't noticed this before, we actually have a live camera. That's where he is, out in that corridor.
Yeah, the mid matchup's going to really be the one to watch, like the panel brought up. It's Ember versus Alchemist. It's a very skill-based matchup. Alk, one of Fada's best heroes. He's been underperforming for a little bit, but I think that if there was a game for him to come back, it's this one. And you can do some really cool stuff with Kuala later on in the game with an Alchemist, like stunning into immediately having another stun up for that 100% lockdown.
Now, I'm actually interested to see like just how I think it was BSJ was talking about it. Like Sumail's is going to run at Fada. Like he's going to give him no space at all. Yeah, you can be stacking up the camps, but there's also that high-level invasion you can get once Crit just rotates off the lane. The Axe can be a real pain in the butt too. So how is the Alchemist meant to get that farm, that start, when he's going up against a player on Sumail's level, as well as then having to worry about how do I keep my stacks intact?
Yeah, it's a good point, and it really kind of just comes down to how his supports rotate and also the game of mind control. He's going to really need to have a good performance, but bear in mind that when you lane with the Coddle, you're naturally going to get less CS than you would expect because those blasts will inevitably take creeps. And personally, I think if Sumail's on point, as it looks like so far, watching that laning phase, he's got still perfect hill control. He did it for the first couple waves. Like, it's just really well played. This is how you want to play up against an Alk as an Ember.
God, this bottom lane is such a pain in the butt for both Ace as well as PPD. Chris just been running at them. He battle hungers once, so he can always keep up with the movement speed. And then all it takes is a couple of spark rates from the Arc Warden to help do the extra chip damage, forcing Ace's regeneration out. Same for PPD. They weren't lucky enough to get like something like a regeneration rune. In fact, it's an invis rune on top river.
Yeah, there's a reason that Axe is going to be first picked or banned by pretty much every team at this tournament. It's just the best support.
Mind control. Trying to find his target, doesn't have a toss available, but he's got a tree that he could throw with the extra attack from Zaksa. He can actually do it with just a swing. And very little that S4 is capable of doing to try and stop this. And this is where the small advantage comes in, where Crystal Maiden can't run away. Very low movement speed.
Yeah, and check out bottom. There's like a double wave on top of Arteezy on that tower, because in the meantime...
PPD's gone rogue.
Yeah.
He'll begin his TP, and Crit didn't go call, so that's going to be fine. Up on top again. This time it's actually S4. They get through the very thick hide that is that of the Underlord. 800 HP plus 3 armor, but they still burn through it.
Yeah, this Coddle tiny. You have that you have a ton of lockdown to ensure the Coddle Blast does full damage, and effectively free mana. You think CM aura matters, but then you've got a Coddle who's spamming Clarity, he's giving Chakra to his tiny. The wave always pushed. Here it comes again. Oh, he misses the toss. That would have been a double blast.
And trying to throw fly back over to S4.
Yeah, he just stutter stepped and didn't get it off.
They still keep that harassment up high. That's why you see Stick for fly. Any kind of flash regeneration you can have against this lane. Tilt the balance back the other direction. How's our other lanes looking at the moment? Like Ace versus Arteezy, something else I want to keep my eye on as Ace burns his Metamorphosis. Trying to get back into this lane heavily. It's 12-1 versus the 14-6.
I don't care about that one.
Sumail's
26-7
versus the 12-0 Alchemist. And with the fortification burning, he can stay underneath this tower longer.
That's two creeps.
He's going to kill him.
Yeah, it is.
He's actually going to kill him.
Jeez.
2 creeps that was taking the tower the entire time, thanks to the fortification.
Yeah, it's 4 minutes in. That means he's had the opportunity to kill 32 creeps. He's got 29 and a hero kill. His bottle's on the way. He'll pick up an illusion for free, or possibly just camp it and then bottle it up. Like, this is a hell of a performance from Sumail, and one of the reasons, you know, you look back at the ESL event, when you replace Sumail, EG's not exactly the same team.
Yeah, they feel a little off. Bottom lane, Arteezy has to go boy in the bubble, try and protect himself. He's got a couple of stick charges to give him that life back again as Crit wants to chase the spark rate. It's actually going to go onto Ace, but Crit does not want to dive any deeper than that. S4 is also not a healthy man running away on the top lane back behind his tier 1 tower. I think Tiny would like to finish this if possible. The Illuminate, they're into the trees and everyone's going to dodge it apart from the creep wave. Definitely the pressure being applied. This is the one and only lane I think NIP is going to be happy with.
Yeah, but this is what's supposed to happen. You traditionally see Coddle lanes in the off lane because you can almost always trade evenly, and that's what they're doing up top. But since it's the safe lane, it exposes the Terrorblade bottom, who I would argue is a far more important hero for their overall matchup, and pretty soon he's going to be forced to abandon the lane because like Axe Arc Warden just applies way too much pressure, and they've got a sizable advantage just thanks to the creep wave being where it is.
They did get a small thing out. The fact they got 3 bounty runes, got to keep that in mind while the Alchemist is on the field.
True.
That's what that aggressive posturing on the top lane opened up space for. And they're moving the lanes out. So Keeper of the Light's going to try and do something about Sumail. He's got Flame Guard up and running, and Sumail, even if he gets clipped by it, he's still not really concerned at all.
Sumail is having a dream start to this game. And like the panel was saying, he's going to be the hero that's capable of applying...
Mind control instantly gone on. Once they realized Keeper of the Light's not inside the mid lane, S4 just started running up the lane towards Mind Control. Like, keep the catapult alive.
You can't kill him, though. You can just apply harassment. Sox will probably look to just bull, maybe spam out the wave.
Sumail's coming to contest. He does not want to let Fada just easily farm up inside the jungle. Like, the Illuminate spam will come again on top, but Sox is going to miss his target. The Dire Scan comes too late, and Sumail, he Spirit commits over towards Fada. Searing Chains is available, and Fada just TPing out in front of him. Mind Control will arrive, but Sumail just dodges the avalanche with the small little sleight of fist jump, but you got more help on the way. 3 heroes versus Sumail, and we'll see how much of a boss he is. Fly is moving over to try and lend that extra assistance to toss up Sumail. He still tanks through it, and he's got 3 bottle charges. If they can't keep this up, Sumail will find himself another kill. Nope, okay, yep, Flame Guard is up. No magical pop damage from Mind Control will do enough. The Illuminate's too short as well. Fly, he's on the run, but here's another blast, and Fly, he should go down, but Sumail, he's already Remnant back in again, gets the Searing Chains over on Mind Control. He'll get the tree toss out, so it will be a 1-for-1 trade-off. But Sumail, the beast, the hunter in the night. See, we don't have a real Night Stalker. Now, he's not picked anymore because Sumail is the Night Stalker.
Sumail's biggest flaw as a player is, I'll be completely honest, like a lack of effort at times. And you can see when he turns up in a matchup that really matters to him, like that was nuts. Pops the Arcane Rune, jukes the Tiny Stun, kills the Alk, forces Shrine. When he did that Remnant down, he put a Remnant back up, bought phase, came back.
And he goes again. He just keeps going again. They put the Observer Ward down already. NIP did not deward it, even though they had their own on top of it. And Fada just can't do anything. This is exactly what the panel was saying was going to happen. It's just this high level of aggression. And they're going to go at him once more. Flame Guard's down for 4 more seconds. They may have enough damage. Tossing forward the Keeper of the Light. The tree toss. Sumail is still alive. He's going to back up the Illuminate. There's a hit. No, he got the Flame Guard up in time, so he doesn't even die to this. And then he's going to TP back, regenerate back up. This is the huge problem. Sumail is a pain in the ass.
I mean, there's a reason that he still earns respect as one of the best, if not the best mid in the world. Even though EG hasn't won a LAN in a little bit. Oh my god, Fada, not again.
Yeah,
not like this.
Yeah, 3 deaths is not enough. They got to make it the true 4. It's Fada. Well, at least he'll get up the hill. Nightmare, no, they'll break him free. Sumail, Spirit Commit, jumps forward after Fada, puts the Flame Guard up, so Immolation burning him down. But hey, PPD, he came to help and he'll come to die. The Illusions all running in to see if they can get any kind of extra information, but Fly moves away from the tower. Bane dies. Sumail has himself the double kill. And my lord, he's 6-0 on this Ember.
Oh my
with
god.
With 49 CS, 9 minutes in. Is there anything this man cannot do?
The beauty of it all is like when he... I go back to that Remnant out, Remnant back in, right? He did that so much faster than any other player is going to be willing to pull off. And he also bought phase that I haven't seen an Ember pick up in, what, months? This is the old school style where he used to go like phase drums and just like run around at all times playing super active. He's going to go for the Maelstrom this game, but I don't blame him because he's just so far ahead. But you can see how phase are so effective at dominating the early mid game. You pick these up 8 minutes into a game and all of a sudden you're just a race car and you wreak havoc wherever you go.
And it's really difficult for anyone to get out of it. And as we've seen, like even with the control that normally Bane offers through Nightmare, you still can't do anything. There's a support nearby to take it off.
Ooh, that smoke was just out of range of the Dire Observer Ward. They may have seen the outskirts of it, but Ace in a lot of trouble. That's a level 6 TB, already half HP. He does have Sunder, however, but looks like they're going to go up to top.
Yep, they still want to keep hunting Fada. Like the Observer Ward, it's cleaned up, so NIP have very good vision inside their own jungle. Crit's just going for the 10-minute bounty runes, and he'll claim it. Meanwhile, Aquawarden's going to take both the ones on the bottom as Mind Control. A little bit too far forward. Sumail will go Wicked Sick, killing off the one good hero that NIP had. And this is rough.
Really well played by EG there. Because Arc Warden had pushed out bottom lane so hard, they know that there's not really a hero down there that can contest. All of the NIP heroes are going to be focused in their own jungle, so they smoke cross-map for the bounty rings. Something you see a lot of the top teams do, treating these 5-minute intervals as heavy objectives. And when you're playing against an Alk, they really are.
They see where Soxer is. inside the tree line, looking for the extra battle hunger so Crit can just chase him down into the trees if they want to. Not enough life on S4, and Sox is just going to TP himself away to the tier 2 tower, not too far away.
But S4 with that HOD pickup, love that choice. Hits the tower.
Sumail's following Fada everywhere. Like Fada's like, okay, we just committed Observer and Sentry, 2 of them, in fact, to try and defend their northern jungle, but he goes south, like as far away from the White Walker as possible.
Uh-oh. Here comes the tip.
Just the tip.
Peter unfortunately sleeping himself. He was trying to juke the chains and then run away, but Sumail's too smart for that. And you can see kind of the issue, and part of the reason EG, why it's such a great game for an Ember here, is not just the synergy with the EG lineup, but how does a Bane Coddle ever deal with an Ember Spirit? They really only have the Tiny and the Alchemist, but as we've seen, Ember can just snowball so hard that Alchemist is playing catch-up the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Tiny's not going to have a blink anytime soon, and the supports are literally just food.
You can't play catch-up in this game, though. Like, it's easy. He got his Necro Book level 1 pretty damn early, and you know with the rate of farming they're going, there's going to be more, and he's going to force down the buildings. Ember's going to kill everyone to just open up this clean line for Arteezy to continuously pressure.
It's just, this EG concept where you have 2 heroes, usually S4 and Arteezy, that focus on shoving lanes, often playing apart from one another, and then it enables your Crystal Maiden and Sumail's hero to then rotate around the map, find kills, set up movements. Everyone else, game's simple. You got an HOD on S4, shove down this lane.
Oh, and yeah, sure, why not? Action rune for Ember Spirit. It's going to be an Invis rune. Seeing Fada farming on the bottom lane, and he'll feel pretty safe because PPD and Mind Control went on a smoke gank. They were looking around for somebody else.
He's going to go for the lane that's pushed and try and dive this TB. I like this move. You never want to go for a hero that has his creep wave like push this offensively. Oh, they see him.
Yeah, they're getting down aggressive vision. Ace is backing up a little bit more. Crit starts with the harassing battle hunger. Dire's scanning because they're really concerned who's even in the tree line on the bottom.
Yeah. This is good. They wait for the team to link up, and now they'll look to move towards bottom. This is the right kind of play. They're going to backstab. TP ready on Underlord as well if he wants to join them.
Oh, Spirit committal right down towards Fada. He at least gets the acid spray down. The Nightmare and the Avalanche. Not the best synergy to come in from Mind Control and PPD. But the Concoction, they can at least isolate Axe, but with the spin and now Sumail coming in, oh boy, that damage. Spirit jump forward. They push him back with the blinding light. The Spirit jump again over towards Fada. He just can't escape. Fly will also arrive. They're just pumping more and more kills into Sumail. Arteezy will actually end up claiming that one as PPD. The Spark Wraith chasing him through the tree lines. And Arteezy can finally get some kills on the board too. 3 for him now. This is a dominating performance by Evil Geniuses.
And in the meantime, S4 just pushing top. He got half damage on that tier 2 tower. In the meantime, you can see once again just... there's not many players in the game that... man, I'll get into it after EG close this one out. I don't want to start praising people too fast, otherwise they might throw and then I look real dumb. But what a game so far from Evil Geniuses.
I just love every little thing that's going on. The fact like NIP, oh, all right, you're all back up, you want to come out. They had 4 Spark Wraiths sitting on that ramp to the bottom jungle, so they couldn't even go this way. If NIP wanted to, whoever walked into that dies. But they can't go up and battle against S4 as he pushes. With the Dominator, he just holds the catapult back, continuously pressuring the lane. Crit, even as a support, like he's walking around with Tranquil Boots only, but he's almost finished his Blink Dagger on this support axe. And there's normally, like, how much farm do you have on this map? Ember's farming heroes, but the Arc Warden's just been solo farming all that on the bottom. Middle lane, they go for these heroes. It was just the coin and Sumail. He has a double damage room. PPD stood no chances. Mind Control will go down. Sumail chalks up his 11th kill of the 14 of EG.
Toby, not just that, he changed while remnanting to ensure that he had both heroes. If he finishes that and he'd end up too far out of range of the Tiny, wouldn't have hit both. But because he does it mid-remnant at like the perfect... oh man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Midas finished on Arteezy.
It's like, talk it through, man. Flies in a little bit of trouble. Ace just wants to commit. He goes directly into the Metamorphosis and at least gets 1 kill. Concoction Valve for Fada. Crit!
Oh!
He was denied by the Santa Prowlers, the most annoying ancient that you can find. Now for 2 reasons.
Yeah, and he stole the bounty as well. And as you said, when Alc's in the game, it's very important to control those. He is completely fine with that death.
The Alchemist's net worth is lower than that of the Keeper of the Light. Okay, it's... he's 4.6k compared to the 9.2 of the Ember. You got issues. Lincoln Sphere is going to be the next build up from Smail after the Maelstrom, being a little bit more defensive.
Crimson card already finished on S4. You actually can't kill him.
All right, we're adding Glutton for punishment. Let's see this close. Got it.
All calculated.
That concoction was like a fraction of a second away from connecting.
And that just doesn't serve to just obviously help out the team of EG, but that's gotta tilt you a little bit if you're Fada's Alchemist. He's 0-5-1. He's like, all right, I'm gonna get on the board, give myself a kill, some nice XP. That would have given him maybe his level 10 talent, but nope.
Oh, Ace.
Oh, this could be bad for Smell.
Well, I don't know. Like, they initiate on bottom lane. Samel just jumps away and almost kills Bane while he's there. But it's down on the bottom. Terrorblade at least gets the Sunder off, but the bubble is down to no extra damage to come their way. Dodge the Illuminate. But yeah, Samel is
another
Samel
arcane
is
rune
fine.
too.
Well, again?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, sure, why not?
He's just charging towards top. He's hunting Peter. Bit of a bone to pick, it appears. In the meantime, his team is controlling the bottom Dire Ancients. This is exactly how you want to play against TB Alk. These heroes need to farm. That's when they hit their peak timings. Once they get their core items up, they need map control. But EG is just like, nah, we're not going to dive too deep. We're just going to control your woods. And inevitably, your carries are going to come up here and feed. And look at the vision they've got. Still one on that hard camp top jungle. They've got 2 wards now placed in the bottom jungle.
Yep. NIP have no ability to get outside their base and find that farm. They have to do it all from inside the base. And if they come out too far, Chris just waiting for the perfect opportunity. He's got the Blink Dagger sitting around his own orbs.
Yeah, you can't kill Sumail. It's just not possible. You don't have enough stuns. The only real way to make it happen is going to be a toss back after Tiny gets Blink, which, by the way, he's 500 gold from. In the meantime, Crit's had his for a couple of minutes. And if you don't toss back into a grip or an immediate Alk stun, Ember Remnants away, no problem. Slights and you'll end up just looking
I don't think you can even get that instant toss back. Once he's got the Lincoln Sphere up, like, you got nothing else to break the Lincolns, not from a long range, and there's your Spirit jump, forward, back, and a miss a Sleight of Fist. Saxo was able to move just far enough north to dodge it. And that's one nice thing now for the Keeper of the Light. He completed up his Aghanim Scepter, so high ground defense is at least one of the strengths that NIP does have, as long as they don't get picked off.
That's...
I know.
That's very true.
I know. It's a pretty big fine print.
I mean, this is, if NIP's lineup, I do like it. Like, there's an Ags on Coddle now, and he's spamming Chakra on the Terrorblade to ensure that he can spam illusions faster. You know, eventually, Ace will accelerate and be a force in this game. The concern is just, I mean, look at the net worth on Sumail and Arteezy. Like, they're not slowing down, and they have so much map control to accelerate.
I actually was wondering if they would have gone for the just a straight up Necrobooks, create the army and go up, but instead it looks like he's going back in for the Maelstrom. After the BTs, Call, gonna grab Tiny. No, he wants a TP out, no TP to no stun to cancel it. Instead they look towards the Bane with their stun. So PPD, nice knowing you. Sumail, of course. Of course, well played indeed. He didn't deserve that at all, but he'll take it. Well, look where Fada's farming. They put down like mass Dire Observer wards in the Radiant jungle just so Fada could do this. He's just left the Dire side. EG owned that. And meanwhile, Ace forcing the bottom. He'll get the kill over on Fly. Nice call from Crit, just holding Terrorblade's position. There's a little bit more help to arrive. S4, he's low, and the blast will get it. Ace gets himself a double kill. Samal will be there to clean up the mess, but at this point, when you're this far behind...
You take that.
Yo, you definitely take that.
Especially considering up top, Fada's finally getting some space. I'll have that Radiance finished up soon. But it's just... It's good movement from EG, but that's how NIP wants to play this. Continue splitting the map and try and catch EG off guard. They have a Bane, they have the Tiny Blink down. They're going to have that potential to find kills. It's just difficult.
Just trying to farm up the Necros and the clones, anything they possibly can. Get the cash, get the money. The Blink Dagger is now finally done on mind control, so there's some level of threat that EG need to respect. This is why they slowed things down. This is why you do go on Midas into the Arc Warden and build into the bigger items. This is why you do get the protection of the Lincoln Sphere. And Samal's going to go for a Blink Dagger now after this, and another Arcane Rune.
It's definitely the item build in this game. The Lincolns is so good because your only real threat is the Alk and the Bane Grip. And Blinken's 13-second refresh time obviously is going to be great at protecting against that. And you go Blink in this sort of game because the rest of your team plays around you as the Ember Spirit. If you can just render yourself invulnerable, spam those extra 1 second from the talent chains, that's 4 seconds of stun on possibly 2 heroes every 8.
Poor Courier, mind control, gonna go in over on Fly, but the Frostbite's up, and Samael has arrived. Fly's gonna let it go, but Samael's still gonna get the kill. Nothing's gonna take away his killing spree.
Gonna hunt for more, you might find Peter. Over to the left,
Fist-Searing Chains, does he think about it?
Oh, he guessed up top left, he was a little bit more to the middle.
EG's gonna go in for Roshan now.
Yep, it's the right call. About time, to be honest. They've had the map control to do so for quite some time.
Maybe they just want to keep the pressure up. Like, Farder's getting that space. So he's finished up the Radiance, as you mentioned. The net worth is starting to rise bit by bit, looking for the Manta style, anything that allows him to just push back out without having to risk his primary hero.
Well, we got a bit of a... Oh, well, hang on. Samael might be in a little bit of trouble. You got the rest of NIP coming down.
Samael in trouble.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it, Kyle. You've taken on the whole role of, like, let's think positive about things. NIP could actually do something when they have 5 heroes on bottom lane staring down the tier 1. And then Underlord.
Dark Rift. I like this movement from EG. And this is... They utilize the Underlord quite well. Part of the reason, again, I'm surprised it wasn't banned is because they've demonstrated, like, hey, this is... We're comfortable with this. They beat Aster. They were down 1 game. They picked Underlord twice. They won those games. And I think S4 was a huge part of that. It's also very difficult to activate all 3 of EG's cores. They're all very talented, but also greedy players. No one's ever really sacked. And
Samael's hunting. He's been chasing the Keeper of the Light for the last 15-20 seconds. Crystal Maiden. Oh, Fly. Oh, that Crimson's letting him survive a little bit longer, but the Concoction will finish the job. Nice kill to go the way of Farder, as long as he can survive the rest of this. And with the TP, he will be able to do so. While that's going on, Crit found his own target, and, well, Blinding Light pushes him away, but Remnant straight back in. Samael, like, Beyond Godlike does not describe a 14-0-3 Ember Spirit.
Yeah, that was a really cool play from Arteezy as well. Fada tried to kill the Archer to prevent his TP in. He glyphed, obviously no longer possible. Fada forced his TP out. Were there a stun there, he would have gone down, but Fly unfortunately already had met his demise. Now remember, Aegis is up on Arteezy, and look at these lanes. Look at how they're pushed from EG. You can see them just constantly cutting the map, ensuring that 2 waves always push towards the NIP tier 3s, and all it's going to take is 1 miscue on probably the Coddle plus a core, and then all of a sudden you'll have all 5 of EG just in 1 lane looking for a Rax.
Yeah. If someone wants to come in a little bit further out like Ace was, even when the top lane was pushing in, like it was on top of the tier 3 tower on the top, and you still saw Farder sitting behind his racks, letting the acid spray get the last hits as well as the radiance burn. Like that's the mindset they're in at the moment, where even at the tier 3 towers, it's not a safe area to be.
And just look at the formation. Like, it looked like a flock of geese for a moment, where they're just spread out evenly, covering mid, but also there we go.
Perfect. There's your side of Fist-Searing Chains. Nightmare from PPD will make it a little bit more difficult, and that buys time for Ace to actually jump in and get the Thunder off. Plus, here's a big Metamorphosis just so we can pump out the damage, but they can't get far enough. Arteezy just arrives, bubbles it up, and they no longer do any level of damage. A double kill for Arteezy. And NIP, they're buying back for the moment. Fly under the cover of Glimmer Caves, having some fun. S4, tossed back in, but the Searing Chains and the double jump in. Concoction stun was already there. Samael, sure, take another double kill. And they can get more if they want to keep pressuring. NIP, 3 heroes down without buyback. Guaranteed top racks. And probably guaranteed game 1.
Such a sick play from S4, running his Wolf Creep. And again, Wolf Creep, look at it, still there, 30% damage to the entire squad. Runs that in behind NIP, ends up setting up a pincer, 3-man pit, 3-man firestorm. Rack's dead, and it just takes that one opportunity. EG putting NIP in a position where at some point, not even a mistake, you've got to try and get out on the map, get aggressive, find a kill, make some space for yourself, but they punish hard, and you can see they're spreading the map around. They're always pushing 3 lanes, but as soon as they have the opportunity, they can collect as 5 in a moment because of how fast and mobile all their cores are. The supports are going to gank, and then you've got an Underlord TP, Arteezy bots is, and boom, everyone's 5.
Let's have a quick look at it again. So Ace The one they started on, Cricket's the perfect call, but that Nightmare from PBD actually gave them a fighting chance.
Yep.
For Ace to get the Sunder off.
But now here comes Balto from the backside. You're going to see in just a moment. Like you feel safe, but then bang.
Hi. S4. Right place, right time. And very little that NIP can do about it. But as you said, like, they've got no other choice. They have to come out. Delaying the game is one thing, but they're here to win, not just delay. Arteezy's getting up in their faces. That's just the clone doing its work and taking the concoction. But just that amount of damage. And Fada is forced to burn his chemical rage and almost run back. Yep, he'll run all the way to Fountain. Mind control. Doesn't actually get the toss off. Remember, Arteezy is the man walking around with the Aegis and he almost burns it. But while that's happening, Sumail, the double root thanks to the Searing Chains. Follow up by the pit of S4. Just hold them there for the follow-up call. And then even more Slider Fist damage. You can buy back all you want, but you cannot stop the rampage. Well, maybe you can. The Fiend Strip, it's on Sumail. Fly's letting it go, but they bring down, finally, Sumail. And can they keep capitalizing? You know you'll want to come back in just a second. That NIP, they still have to deal with Arteezy. A triple kill for him. That this really is, like, it's well played on all fronts. There's really no way that NIP can hold them back. Arc Warden is just way too strong. The Ember's about to re-arrive. So as NIP come outside their base, Sumail arrives back, ready to kill. Spirit jump back up again. Fada, he's going to go for the concoction. Sumail will be hit by this. They at least burned the Lincoln Sphere previously. Missed the Searing Chains onto Keeper of the Light. But it's not stopping the pressure. And it's not stopping the huge economic disadvantage that NIP have. And the damage from Arteezy, that's just his clone still finding the kills. Or still looking for the kills onto the two supports.
Sumail is hunting. If he hit that slider, would have killed both supports for sure. But most importantly, I think for him, PPD. Oof, what a game from EPD.
It's been pretty flawless.
Yeah, I love that they bought back. There's no reason. If you don't buy back there, you think it's safe, but I actually would disagree and say it's the opposite. You want to close out a game when you're this far ahead.
Concoction Sun flies forward, it goes towards Axe. Again, another perfect hit, and Sumail, he doesn't even care about the mana leak. He'll Spirit jump out. Couple of bottle charges to give him the mana to continue the fight. But NIP still having to deal with the Arc Warden clone. Can't get close enough, can't really do enough damage to it. And when they do, they realize they're committing abilities just to kill the clone, not even the real thing.
And now you back away. They're all a bit low on mana, so you just want to regen. Oh, I love this. Just kidding. The fake back.
It's nighttime.
They got a Warden base as well. They see Fada. They know he has no BKB, no Manta.
They just lost a huge advantage from the Keeper of the Light Aghanim Scepter.
Yep. It hit nighttime. This is the right maneuver.
They put the Sentry Ward Observer on the wrong side now. Oh, there she pushed forward. Colt. Nightmare trying to change the target once again, but Keeper of the Light, no way out. Too much range damage, too much control. Ace is looking for a Sunder target, but he can't get close enough for it. Even if the cover his own BKB, he didn't have the confidence, but Sumail does. The blink in, they try and toss Fada away, but the Searing Chains burn was already there. They just keep pummeling forward, looking for more, looking for kills, looking to send a message and just make NIP fearing for their lives going into game 2. Mind control will burn. Sumail gets it. GG is finally called. Wow. But EG, they've owned this game from the beginning.
When you watch players like Miracle, like Sumail, it's not fair to just say that they're really good, okay? They're not just elite. They're on that next level, what I would say transcendent. And when they're on point, it's just like they're unstoppable. Like
you're talking him up a lot. I definitely get that.
That was a perfect game. That was a perfect game.
It was a perfect game, but surprisingly, it's exactly what we were expecting anyway. Like, how many times have we seen Sumail crush Alchemists in mid? Like, a hell of a lot. And it's the same way. You always just keep pressure on him.
I watched a lot of Dota this year, last year. That's the first time I was ever like, wow, like that's TI5 Sumail. That's vintage. This is the best player in the game. And you need to address him or he's going to shit on you. And if that Sumail's back with this EG roster, they've got a great year in front of them. Look at how good Secret is. Are we really back to the EG Secret meta? I don't know, but we might be.
I'd be down for the matchup if we get to have it. We'll have to get to the winner's bracket final, I think, to get that matchup. Panel, are you loving Sumail as much as Carl is?
I think we do. That Ember Spirit definitely popped off the screen in this first game of the series. You know, we said this would be a 55-45 game. That didn't happen. That was grand, don't worry.
I would say all that summed it up was kind of this Sumail on Fado once again. It was actually just it was hard to watch. Like he just dominated him that hard, and then like top lane looked like it was going okay for Dire. That was like the one, but Tiny didn't have farm. Where was his farm? I actually didn't see what happened after 10 minutes.
I mean, he must have been blasting.
React to the Ember.
Yeah, they were kind of chasing the Ember in the jungle, and like he was just blasting the waves, right? So he wasn't getting that much deep.
Yeah. They got the first 3 kills up top, and then all of a sudden, Soxa needs farm, and then they rotated like 3 people middle awkwardly at 8 minutes, and I was like, what? It was like a Coddle TB and an Alcra middle. I'm like, this is not game-winning Dota. Like, but what else were they gonna do?
Yeah, it was